Yeah, we will begin at 10 o'clock. This is a introduction to Zenegy. This webinar is called Automated Payroll and Accounting, and we will just wait to see if more people are going to join this webinar, else we will just start shortly.
Hmm?
While we wait for others to join, we would just do some technical tests. So if you're able to hear us and see us, please find the chat on the right side and write OK. Just to make sure that everything works on our side and also that it works for all of you out there.
Hmm? And
So
then, of course, you also know where to ask questions if you have questions during the webinar.
yeah, let's see.
Mhm.
Um, okay. It seems to be okay, so we will just continue. Again, just for everybody to hear this is a introduction to Zenegy. So this webinar is called Automated Payroll and Accounting, everything in one place. And as a first thing, we can just present ourselves.
Yes, so
So
my name is Rafe. I've been working here for around a year's time, a bit more than a year. I work in our customer care department where I answer yeah, when customers write mails to us, call us regarding the system, how to use the system, and in generally just starting up with Zenegy. And of course, also when you have these onboarding meetings, that's also me who do these.
yeah, my name is Stephen. I also work in the customer care department. I've been here for like 2 years, and I started 4 hours before we launched the accounting part of our system. So I've been here on the whole journey on that part. So yeah,
Hmm?
yes,
Yes, so then like a short agenda. Basically, we're gonna start with why do I need an accounting system? Go a bit through why it's relevant and why an accounting system is a good idea for you as an entrepreneur. Then, of course, we'll go a bit in depth into how Zenergy works, how you send these sales invoices, how you handle when you buy something and you get an invoice. Also, if you have credit cards or employees who also have credit cards, how do we handle these expenses as well? And then a bit about VAT, how do I declare that? A bit about payroll, how does that work in Zenergy? And then, of course, if you have a auditor or accountant, then how do they gain access to the system? And of course, at the end, we'll have a separate slide for the questions. If anything we haven't answered, will pop up.
yeah, yeah. And let's start with why do I need an accounting system? First of all, it's required by law to do your accounting digitally. Um, and there's a lot of requirements that you need to fulfill. Unless you have like an authorized accounting system, which Synergy is. Also, you will use an accounting system for different kind of reporting, so annual financial statement, for example, or VAT declarations. Also, you need, in order to get that reporting, you will have to register expenses, register your sales by creating invoices for your customers, and also if you have like a payroll salary for yourself and your employers, you will need to register those expenses.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Yes, and then a bit about why you should choose Synergy. Well, our primary thing is that we're one unified system. Well, that means that you have one login for the accounting part, the payroll part, and expense management. So you don't need integrations. You don't need one login for your and one tab for your payroll part, one for expense management. You can and one for accounting. You have it all in the same tab. And this, of course, also goes into we have less reliance on integrations, fewer problems regarding does the data flow from A to B. Then, of course, there's scalability in the system. We have a few different packages we'll go through a bit later, for which is made for the smaller companies, as holding companies, but also the bigger companies. So you can there's scalability as well. Then a bit about the automation and the capabilities we have. We have this bank integration where we retrieve data from the bank. So every time some data goes in or out from the bank, or transfers, credit card expenses, the system will register it. Then you're also able to pay invoices through the system through our payment integration, and that basically also is another example of less integrations, because then you don't need to have your bank open in a separate tab. You can basically do everything from the system. And then, of course, also when we have our payroll part as well, then you're also able to automatically post your payroll entries as well. The bookkeeping from the payroll part will send over to the bookkeeping part. So there's a lot of automations in the system, and that's one of the primary differentiates in the system.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Cool. Let's go to the next slide. So now we will just show the system. And in order to do so, we have created this case company, which is Jensen Carpenter. So he's going to build some carport for his customers, and in order to do so, he buy different stuff from supply stores, and also we have like a van in order to get from A to B and develop, um, bring his materials and tools.
And then I will act as Jensen in this case.
Yeah, and I'll help you
Yes.
use the system. So let's go into the system, and we will start on this dashboard where we have like a overview.
I think the first thing we need to register is my sales.
Yeah.
So I just build a carport, and how do I register it and send an invoice to my customer?
Yeah. So in this overview, we have like different boxes. We
Mhm.
have one called sales. We're able to see the turnover from last year
Mhm.
and how it's currently in this year.
Okay. Yes.
So it's looks good for this year. And also we have like this purple button called new invoice, meaning that if I click this one, we will create a new sales invoice.
Okay.
So we will start by clicking this, and that will create the sales invoice. We will give different options like invoice date. We can change it, but it will suggest today. And also we can select customers. So we can select existing customers, or we can add new customers.
Okay.
If we decide to add a new customer, we can select whether it's a company or private. And if we use company, we can search for CVR number or company name.
Okay.
So if I search for Zenegy, I will be able to select Zenegy, and it will automatically fill in all of these information.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm thinking for now we can just choose Zenegy Denmark.
Okay, we'll choose that one and press create. So now we have created a draft invoice, meaning that if we will close the system, it will still be there next time we log in.
Okay, so it'll save the invoice basically.
Yeah, so we are started on a invoice basically. We are still able to change the customer, change the invoice date, also change payment terms, currency, if we would like to do so.
Okay, yes.
Normally, you'll just start by enter a description, which is kind of a overall description for the invoice.
Okay, I've built a purple carport. Could you write that?
Yeah. Cool. So we can just add this here. And next thing is to add like invoice lines here. So you can see add invoice line, and then we can select a product number here. And similar to the customers, we can select existing products, or we can add new products or services. So, yeah.
For now, it's a deluxe carport. It was very good made.
Cool. And if you like to, we can also change the name. So if we use an existing product, we can change the name. So whether that depends on perhaps you want different descriptions for different customers, or different names based on language.
Okay, yes.
So you can just change it from invoice to invoice.
So instead of making the description purple carport, I could also write it in the name, for example.
Yeah, we can do it here. And if we did have a setup where it said purple carport and we did a invoice for a Danish customer, we can change it so it didn't say purple but lila.
Yes, of course, of course. Okay.
Also, we are able to change the quantity, the unit. We can on this one we have like Danish units. You can change that if you want to.
Okay.
We can also change the net price and add some discount.
Okay. For now, no discounts.
Okay, cool. When we have like all the invoice lines that we want on the invoice, we can go to the right corner and open the slide in toggle. And in this one, we will get this one preview of the invoice. Let's see. Cool. And now we have like the invoice. So as you can see here, we have like a Danish invoice layout. We are able to change that if we want to. On this one, the default layout is Danish. We can change for the UK layout. And we can check the invoice again. So let's see. So now you can see it's like saying invoice instead of a factura. And also we have like name, quantity, unit.
Makes
so
sense.
we can change that. So no matter what language you're using the system in, you can like create invoices in different languages.
Okay.
Cool. And we can just check whether the invoice seems correct.
Everything seems fine. Payment information, everything's correct. Yes?
Cool. Then we'll just press the purple button, book and send, and we will get this window where we're able to see how we're going to send it and what the description will be in that email.
Okay, yes.
And we will then press book and send invoice. And now this invoice is booked. So if we go to invoices in the top here, you'll be able to see that now we have another invoice on our list. So this one, the purple carport. And we can check the other tabs here, awaiting payments. So we have like 2 invoices awaiting payment from the customer. And we have one that is overdue.
Okay, yes.
But in order to see which invoices is actually awaiting payments, we'll need to check whether we get some payments from our customers.
Okay, I think this customer is actually already paid.
Okay, cool. So we will go into finance. And here we have like 2 boxes, one called incoming, so payments into our account, and we will check that one when it's customer payments. And we can see here that we have like one line, so it's a payment of invoice S59. That's the one we just created.
Yeah.
We can see the system have told us that this is probably a customer payment for Zenegy Denmark. And it has like a match score on 65%.
Okay.
And that means that the system is looking at different criteria and checking whether it matches a invoice.
Okay.
So normally at 65%, the system will just do the booking automatically.
Yeah.
We have deactivated for this webinar just in order to show you.
To show how it works. Yes.
But if we get like payments that are not booked automatically, what we need to do is open this slide in toggle in the top right corner. And we will check this column match and we can see all the details. So the system is suggesting that this is a customer payment for Zenegy Denmark. And it tells us here that it has selected to match with the invoice S59.
Okay, seems about right.
Yeah. And in order to just confirm this, we can just press book. And we can see now we have no more incoming payments.
Okay, so if we go back to the sales tab under awaiting payments, it'll be gone?
Yeah, let's check here. So it's still here on the overall list of invoices. If we go into awaiting payments, we only have this one for another customer. And if we go to overdue, we'll like have the true picture now.
Okay.
So When we have this old invoice, we can just select it and press remind, and we are able to send a reminder for this customer.
Okay.
So you can see we have different details, like it's 36 days overdue, and we have reminded 11 times.
So
Perhaps we should do something different soon. But yeah, we're reminded 11 times, and the latest one was today.
we need our money soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, smart, smart. But now I've built this carport, but I also bought some things with, materials and stuff. Where do I see all my expenses? I've used the app we've talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
before, and the invoice mail. So where do I see all of my expenses?
Yeah. So if you go to the left menu, we have like expenses, and we'll go in here.
Okay.
So we have like different stages on expenses, and we can see we have all of those booked. They are most likely done. Perhaps some of them are missing receipts or attachments.
Okay.
In some kind. But we have, if we start here in open, we have like free card expenses. So these data just come from the bank.
Okay.
And we can see what is the supplier, what is the date, what is the amount, and we can see the employer that used their payment card.
Okay. Yes.
So we can see that you have used your payment card 2 times, and your colleague Migi have used it once.
Okay. Yes.
First thing we need to do is make sure that we have attachments. That's normally a criteria in order to book it. So we will just click here, and we are able to upload a receipt in the right. And we can also check in the inbox whether the system haven't been able to match this card expense and a receipt uploaded to the inbox.
Okay. So I think I already uploaded it to the inbox. So
Yeah.
how do we find it now?
Yeah, so just normally the system will try to match them automatically as it has done on the 2 other card expenses. But if it somehow is not able to, it could be that you use your payment card and I upload the receipt.
Okay.
It will be like saying, oh, perhaps this is not the same.
Because there's a criteria missing.
Yeah, so it will just check, and if it have confident that this is correct, it will attach it automatically.
Okay.
But we can check here, attach from inbox, and it will just have a look into the inbox and see what attachment are there.
Okay.
And it will start with a suggestion saying, this is what I think is the match. So we can see here in the left corner, we have like 230 Danish crowns. And we can see the supplier and the date. And if we look here, we can see that the system has scanned similar data on this receipt. And we can also check here that it's the correct one.
Okay. Yeah.
So we will select here, and just below our picture in the webinar, there's like a purple button saying add attachment. So I will add this attachment, and now we just need to do some controlling on these expenses. So I will double click into this one, and we can go through how to handle expenses.
Okay. Yeah.
Employers can also start handling the expenses on the mobile app.
Yeah.
So you could do the first part on their mobile app if you wanted to. But the system is saying like we have the supplier, which is a bakery, and it's saying this is the category meals.
Okay. Yeah.
And based on that, it is suggesting 2 accounts. If you want, you can have different setup on accounts, but we have like both a account name, which on this agreement is in Danish, and then we have like a alias, which is shown to the customers, employees, in the mobile app, so they won't see this one in Danish. And for us, we can see both. So if we are both employees working with on English and also on Danish, we can have both, or we can have them all on English if we want to.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but we can see here, if we use the Danish, which is in, the English, which is in alias, we can see here we have like restaurant expenses or other staff costs.
Okay. I don't think this is a restaurant expense. We just went to the bakery.
Okay, so we will just select this one, other staff cost.
Hmm?
And next thing is basically just to submit up here.
Yeah.
If we did have some approval flow on our expenses, it will be sent for approval. On this agreement, it's only you
Yeah, it's just me.
mainly that are responsible, so we are able to just book it immediately afterwards. To press book. Now we can go select one of three and go to the next one, and we'll have another one, which is your colleague Miki. It's also from a bakery.
Yeah.
Again, is it
Another
a
trip to
restaurant
the-
expense or other staff cost?
Yeah, another trip to the bakery. That's just another staff cost as well.
Yeah. And up here in the right corner, instead of pressing submit, we just select the little arrow and click submit and book.
Okay.
So we don't have to do it in like
Yeah,
two
two
steps.
steps. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Cool. Let's select the last one. We'll go to 3 out of 3. So this one is from the supplier Spear. The system is telling us this is the category vehicle. And now it's saying whether you can see here we can just adjust it, but we have operating expenses passenger cars or operating expenses vans, and then we have like parking expenses.
Okay, this is a van, like a company van. So I think other operating expenses vans is the correct.
Cool. We select that one, and then we go up here and press submit and book.
Okay.
If for some reason we did any mistake, it's quite easy to fix it. So I can just press here transactions, and we can see what the system have booked in overall. And if we see this one, which is called expenses for the van, we can just click on this little play icon and then press correct entry.
Okay.
And we will be able to change it from what is booked to a new account. On this one, you have to search on the true account names.
Yeah.
But if you like, you can just get them all updated by us for English if that's preferred. So if we just go in here and search for this one, we can just select passenger cars and press book. And now the system will just correct it. So we can see here it done all of the corrections. And now we are only able to adjust correct the last one. So you can see this one is no longer able to correct, but this one for passenger cars we are able to correct.
Okay, you can also see it in the overview here that now it's changed from van to passenger cars.
Exactly. So if we go back to all expenses, that means that we have now handled all our card expenses. Next thing we need to do is that we can see we have one in submitted.
Yes.
And submitted is always some kind of a status where you need to do some controlling.
Okay. Yeah.
So either an employer created something and submitted it, you can have the approval flow. If not, they would just stay here and submit it, waiting to be booked.
Okay, but I think I sent this to the inbox, so I don't think I've created this.
Exactly. So we have like this invoice. So it come through the inbox, and you probably bought something from this supplier multiple times before.
Yes, I did.
So it's giving us suggestions, and it says like, oh, we have a invoice attached. We have selected an account, meaning that everything is ready to be booked. We just need to control that it's correct.
Okay, yeah.
So we will just double click on this one, and we can see we have the attachments over here, which is the invoice, and then it's selecting our purchase of goods, and we just need to confirm whether that's correct or whether we should change for another account.
No, that's correct. Purchase of goods. I bought a few goods in connection to building this carport, so it seems all right.
Yeah, cool. So we will just press book, and then we're done with this invoice. So next thing for this is to decide whether we should pay it. So if we go to payment details, and you also have our payment module,
Mm.
which is free from our side, but you need to have some rights and functions in your bank.
Mm.
But then you will be able to just press pay from in here and then pay it,
Okay.
and it will be sent to the bank and handled
Okay.
that way.
Smart, smart. Do I have the same overview as in sales with the invoices which I need to pay or?
Yeah, so if we don't pay this or haven't paid it, it
Mm.
would just stay here in unpaid invoices.
Mm.
And in the same way as we had with the sales invoices,
Mm.
it will wait for a payment to automatically be
Match.
matched with this one. Then it will disappear.
Mm.
Again, if the system is not confident that it's correct,
Mm.
we will need to match it manually from the
Okay.
banks.
Okay. I think my auditor might have paid this invoice already.
Okay, so we can just go to finance,
Mm.
and then we'll go to outgoing payments this time. So we can just select this one. And we can see here that we actually have invoice 130.
Mm.
And it's saying supplier payment, 3 less, and we have a match score of 70%. So
Okay.
normally this will also be booked automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Again, on supplier payments, it's the same control that we need to do.
Mm.
So open this slide in toggle, check match, check here, supplier payment, supplier, and then make sure that it's the correct invoice down here.
Okay. Seems about right. It's the invoice we just booked, so it seems correct.
Yeah, so we will just press book, and now we have more outgoing payments, no more incoming payments. And if we go to expenses, we can see that everything is booked and we have no more in open and submitted.
Okay, so I basically have handled all the sales and all the expenses I have.
Exactly.
Okay, but now we've booked some expenses. I can get some money back from the when I declare my VAT. I should.
Exactly.
Where do I declare that or see the how much to declare?
Yeah, if you go into finance here in the left menu,
Mm.
then in the top here we have VAT.
Mm.
And you can go into declaration. And if we just close this one, we can see that we have like a previous declaration, which is manually declared.
Okay.
And then we have like a open declaration. We can see this one is the first quarter 2026. And we have like a reporting deadline for 1st of June.
Okay, okay. So how do I see how much I need to pay?
Yeah, we just need to open the slide in toggle, and then we have like this view. So we can see what is your output VAT, what is your input VAT.
Okay.
And if I just remove us a little bit on the screen, just 2 seconds. There.
Mhm.
Then if we go down, we'll be able to see that we have like a total here, which is telling us whether you need to pay some VAT or whether you will get something back from SCAD.
Okay, so I basically need to pay this amount.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to buy more stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's one option.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
just continue making more money.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Okay, okay, smart, smart. So how do I so whenever the we just almost ended our financial year, so how do I give my auditor access to the system?
Yeah, in the left menu here we have like this little wheel called system.
Mhm.
And up here we have like administrators.
Okay, yeah.
And we can see my administrators, which is those that are already selected.
Mhm.
And we can go to choose administrators. So if I just delete this one, we have like a full list of accountants, consultants, auditors
Okay.
that are able to help you with the system. And you can just search for them here and then add them to your agreement.
Okay.
If you need help with the system, you can also search for us, the customer care department. Sorry, it is there.
Yes.
And you can add it, search, and then we can choose admin and then decide what access level you want to grant us.
Okay.
So
what if she doesn't appear here? How do I give her access then?
Yeah, if your auditor isn't on the list, they can just reach out to us, and they will most likely be able to be created on this list.
Okay, smart, smart. Then the final question I have is
Mm.
about payroll.
Yeah,
How do I we talked about the payroll bookkeeping's coming to the into the accounting system. How does that work?
yeah. So we have like the whole payroll system here.
Hmm?
So that's just a menu as all the other stuff we
Hmm?
went through. But just to start from one point, we have like this one called organization,
Hmm?
which is normally where you create your employees. You can check their user roles,
Hmm?
and those will be transferred. They are like connected to the payroll system,
Okay.
so they will appear as employees
Hmm?
in the payroll part, and you just need to fill in the let's say the extra details
Hmm?
in order to be able to do a payroll run with these employees.
Yeah.
So you need to add like personal information,
Hmm?
what is their salary,
Yeah.
and so
Okay.
on. So there's a lot of details that you need to fill in.
And then I'll be able to make my payroll run over there.
Yeah, then you will be able to make your payroll run, and it will be like very few steps. So you need to select whether it's its old employer or something
Hmm.
need to be adjusted.
Yeah.
But you can do it with fairly few clicks.
Okay. Smart. Smart. So where does the bookkeeping end up in my in my accounting system?
Yeah. So actually, when you do a payroll run,
Hmm?
as the last step, we will do some declaration for SCAT.
Yeah.
We will also make sure that the payments is done automatically
Okay. Yeah.
for employees,
Hmm?
for SCAT, and so on.
Okay. Yes.
There's different stuff,
Hmm?
and also we will create like the booking for the payroll run,
Okay. Yes.
and it will be sent to finance and under accounting and journals. And then we have this one called the Løn, and it will end up in this journal. I just need to double click on it, and then we will just have the entries,
Hmm?
and you basically just need to select all of those and press book.
Okay, so it gets sent here. I need to book it, and the payments get booked automatically as well.
Yeah,
Okay, smart, smart. Okay, I think that's it for now.
yeah,
Hmm?
cool. So if we just go back to our presentation,
Hmm?
this means that you can run payroll with very few clicks.
Yeah.
We also have free Autoland, which is basically the system will do the payroll runs automatically for you.
Okay. Yes.
You will have to make sure that you have registered your, let's say, holidays.
Oh yeah, sick
Uh,
days and so on. Of
yeah,
course.
exactly.
Hmm?
Um, and again, you have like automatic payments and automatic posting.
Okay. Yes. Smart. What about see now the important question? How much does it cost? Is the question.
Yeah, that's the next step.
Hmm?
The serious step. So we have like four packages,
Hmm?
which include all of it. So it's both like accounting, payroll, and expense
Yeah.
management. And you will start in the small package, which is the micro, for 49 per month.
Yeah.
And this one includes free users slash employers,
Yeah.
your auditor, which is added as an administrator,
Hmm.
is not included in those free. So they are basically added for free.
Okay, so this is basically just me and my two employees.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yes.
And then we have like you are able to have a turnover of 100,000
Hmm?
per year in the small packages.
Yeah.
And then we have like 50 expense attachments, you
Hmm?
can say so, documents, which is like your invoice and your free card expenses. So what
Okay.
we showed before, we have like four expenses.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll look at that part because we need to do some scan of the attachments
Yeah.
in order to create some automatic flows for creation and matching with the card expense and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Okay, so I can basically have the expense attachments are basically like a card expense. I can basically have either 50 card expenses or 50 invoices created.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
exactly, per year.
Hmm?
If we go up to the next startup,
Mm?
We have like for all entries on for all packages unlimited entries,
Mm?
which means that if you need to do some correction, it won't affect what package you are
Okay. Yes.
using. But then you have like 10 employees, unlimited turnover,
Mm?
and then we have like 500 expenses per year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just go up. Only change here is that you will be able to use financial dimensions or accruals.
Okay. That's the bigger packages.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm? Okay. Smart.
Cool. Yeah, and in order for you, if you want to sign up, you can just go into Zenegy.com,
Mm?
and we'll have like this button called 14 days free trial,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to try out the system. Um, when you're starting the trial period, you will also be able to book 1 hour free onboarding,
Mm?
which can be with both me and
Yeah, and
Arthur.
or me.
Yeah. And before that meeting, uh, we expect you to do some basic settings in the system. So it's like connecting to your bank, uploading a logo for your invoice,
Mm?
and so on. So we have like a full guide on that.
Mm?
But it's basically just because we want to help you automate in the system instead of just doing basic settings.
Yeah, you'll get more value out of the meeting if you set up these basics on beforehand. We also send, as you said, when you book the meeting, you'll get sent a guide automatically, which contains all of these steps we advise you to do beforehand.
Yeah.
Mm?
And after 14 days, your trial will basically just become a real agreement.
Mm?
If you don't want to continue, you just need to close your agreement
Yes.
or just reach out to us.
Yeah, and that's the next slide. How
Yeah.
to reach out to us.
Yeah, we have like questions
No,
first.
okay, fair enough. If there's any questions, then you can ask these now. If you have some specific scenarios for your company, how do we handle your types of expenses, invoices, things you maybe feel like we didn't answer.
Yeah.
Mm?
So you can just, there haven't been any questions so far,
Mm?
but please write in the chat if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you have any questions later,
yeah, then we can if you have if Stephen said any questions, you can call us. We're here from 9 to 3 p.m. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or you can call us. You can also send a mail. Also in the same time span. That's when we're answering. But you can also always send a mail, and then we'll also always catch it up on the day after.
Yeah.
Then on the payroll part, we also have the chat in the same hours where you can live sit and chat with one of our consultants. And then, of course, 24/7. That depends whether it's at midnight you're sitting and sending the last invoice, or you have a questions regarding how do I make this payroll run before tomorrow. Then you can do that with the chatbot and the help center. The chatbot is basically an AI which scans all of the articles we've made in the help center and basically just helps you with the system. We have the chatbot works both on the payroll part and the numbers part.
Yeah. Cool. Still no questions so far. So I guess.
It seems like something popped up here.
Yeah, let's check. There was a question. If I post an invoice in euros and receive it on my DK account, I usually see exchange rate difference. How's that handled? Yeah, if you create like a euro invoice and receive it, for most bank accounts, we will see the original currency that the payment was received in. So we will show that also in the system. So under the payments, we will like show that currency. And when you match the invoice and the payment, we'll just create the exchange rate difference and book it automatically.
Exactly. So basically the system registers that it's a foreign payment, and then
Yeah.
the difference between the payment and the invoice, it'll just book down on a exchange rate differentials account.
Yeah. And if by somehow you created a invoice in euro and received the payment in Danish crowns,
Mhm.
you will be able to change the currency on that payment and then match it.
Yes, exactly. So if you have foreign invoices, then you should still be able to match and your payments with the invoices. We have a few customers who have these scenarios, and it works completely fine.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I hope that was the answer to your questions.
Hmm?
Um,
Great.
cool.
Doesn't seem like there's a lot more.
Yeah,
And
it
if
doesn't seem like no more questions. But yeah, again, feel free to reach out if you have further questions,
then
and then we'll be able to reply.
Hmm?
And I guess that's it.
Yeah, thanks for participating. And yeah, this was all your finances in one place. Run through of Synergy numbers.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Bye.
Bye.